now people coming, because this is I think the 20th talk in this series. And so most people are probably aware of what is the genesis of this series. But at the risk of saying it for too often, I just quickly in a few words say that, you know, the series actually started out of an earlier venture which Greha had done, which was called the Architecture Collegium, where practicing and teaching architects would meet at an irregular frequency in some kind of meeting room which was offered to us by sometimes the Delhi Urban Art Commission or some other public agency. And it was an effort to get architects to talk to each other a little seriously about what they were doing and how they were relating in their work. And then it turned out, after 2-3 years of this kind of meeting, that people felt that there was a serious need for expanding this little club. And fortunately, the India Habitat Center offered us this room, which we could meet in monthly basis and generate a kind of discourse. So that's how Architecture and Society started. And I'm happy to note that today we have, after many months, an architect to speak to us. Because the last several months we've had historians, social scientists, cultural anthropologists, environmentalists, all kinds of wonderful people, but not architects. And I have a personal thing which I was discussing with Verendra about the void in the architecture profession and the architectural discipline as a whole. But I'm very happy that today we have somebody like Verendra Wakhloo, who's a practicing architect and has been a teacher as well, and has now become a kind of rather well-known curator, and is going to be, we'll have more of his exploits in the future, I'm sure. But today it's about drawing, and this is again a very important subject. So without further ado, I'll ask Verendra to take over.
I should mention here, Ashish is a very dear friend and a mentor in the Indian realm, because I was brought up in Germany for about 25 years. So I have been exposed, and it's very important. I'm not saying it because I'm a NRI or was a NRI, but that's not important. But I think if you're brought up in a cultural milieu which is very different than the Indian cultural milieu, you value your thought processes and the entire being very differently when you are brought up and actually born in India. So my entire education got therefore disrupted from India to Germany and back to India. I think that's a little important. I would like to know also how many people are associated to architecture, art, design in this hall. May they raise their hands? Seems to be the majority today. I was hoping there would be people who have no association with these fields, because they may look at certain things very differently. There were two issues that have motivated this little talk and few notes. As Ashish said, I'm a practicing architect, so the little time that I get on weekends go very often against the grudge of my children in penning down some ideas. And interesting is the ideas are not frozen. So the voice of sketches is still in progress while I'm talking to you. And I see that really genuinely, because as I put my notes down a few weeks back and I read them today, I felt there are still so many voids that I have to put in. There's so many thoughts that keep on flowing in. So I see today's talk more like a sketch and not like a final product. In fact, I am taking the liberty to sketch also a small project of ours and demonstrate what sketching does to your mind and how the mind moves along with the sketches. So I'm going to talk, I have to talk. Obviously, wouldn't like it, but as he says here, but I still feel voice is a little different than talking. And I'm focusing today on a lot of work that artists, architects, designers have produced in the past, and I'm trying to read into them as a personal observer and as a person who has been exposed to a lot of art. The two reasons that are very important is, first of all, that the the sketching as a skill, the sketching as something that we are taught from our colleges or we love since our childhood, is depleting, is disappearing. I have that phenomenon in my office.